Stadium in Salt Lake City. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the Houston Cougars, taking on the 10th-ranked team in the land, the Utah Utes. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Utes will put total leather and will get started. Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. The Cougars offense will get the ball first. And it was a rough showing last week, and it all started with the quarterback, Jesse.
Yeah, he looked lost in that last game. I thought the defense did a really good job of confusing him, mixing up their looks and their pressure. So no different today. The defense obviously watched the film, and they're going to come out and they're going to try to do the exact same thing and get this guy rattled. So this quarterback, he has to know what to expect early in this one.
If I'm his offensive coordinator, I want to get started off on the right foot, man. Get the ground game going, make it easy, because last week was such a disaster. We want to turn the page. We need some confidence. We need some good mojo. First drive, we need something good to happen early so we can forget about that last week.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Caught in the backfield, it's Thomas. Still on his feet at the 45. They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior makes a play after the grab. Houston getting set, looking at 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
Got it behind the line. It's Sanford. They'll knock him down right at the 35-yard line. Still a lot of ground to cover to get to the first down marker. Houston sends the punt team onto the field. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. So the Utah Utes offense will have its first possession of the game. And what a performance, an aerial show for this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, Dave.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
And when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receivers got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Ready to get the first down.
Make the stop at the 40, but he's got 15 yards on that one and a first down. He'll keep it himself. Oh, he's got some space. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. The Utes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Wilson to pass. Flushed out of the pocket. He'll throw it. It's complete to the right. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give him a first down.
I love when QBs break the pocket and still look to attack. Because as soon as you break the pocket, I'm thinking, oh, man, he's going to take off and run, and I might come up. But those big plays can be made down the field. Nice job by the quarterback keeping his eyes down the field.
Quick completion on the out route. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. Going to work in the red zone, they can pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Couldn't find anywhere to throw the football, just got rid of it, and that's the number one thing. Avoid disaster here. And they decide to trot out the kicker. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
This is a team that really prides themselves on starting fast. We've seen that before, and here they are playing at home today. Nice job on the opening drive. Lots of poise, good emotion. They don't get the touchdown they would have liked, but they kick a nice field goal. They've got the lead. The coach has to be happy.
He wastes no time and comes out throwing. That's caught. It's Ballard. They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. Going to swing it on second down. He hurls one deep down the left side. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. On third and long, try to convert through the air. Intercepted, big play, stops the drive.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football. He's starting to develop that. His third interception on the season just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Fires to the tight end. All right, guys, let's take a beat here and think about Utah. They've done a really good job in high school recruiting just last week, a commitment from a big-time four-star defensive back. David, what does a commitment like that do for the program?
I mean, so exciting. Like, once you start creating momentum in recruiting, it's really fun to watch it. And getting a guy like that in the back end, in the secondary, that's so important to your defense, man, does it get you excited. And other guys now say, hey, I might want to go play with that cat.
Wilson will throw. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Caught over the middle. It's Stevenson. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. And the Utes have it with a 1st and 10. Lost to throw again. He lobs one high down the left side. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Oh, man, that DB, if he knew where he was out on the field just a little bit better and knew how to get that foot down in bounds, that would have been a pick. Obviously, a clean catch, but he's got to get 1 foot in bounds to secure the interception.
Now on the option. Now the pitch. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice gain before the defense is able to stop it. The Utes are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Might be calling a hot route. They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Utes are flying down the field. Wants to go up top on 1st down. It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Let's see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. Rides to back and leaves it. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They got nothing on the last play at 2nd and 10. Quarterback on the keeper. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Yeah, it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options. He's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Makes a connection. There he goes. Still on his feet. Almost took it all the way there, but it's a huge gain, and they're set up with a 1st and goal. The explosive play set the table. Now they got to serve the feast. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Third and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. Here comes the heat, and the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. A fortuitous turn of events to keep possession of that one. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And that's going to give us a tie ball game here in the first. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat lines. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Wilson to pass. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go. Looking to fire. Caught behind the line. It's Bray. No sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. The Utes decide to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Fair catch is brought in at the 43, and they are set up nicely. Here comes the Houston offense once again. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. The passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field, find those guys down the field.
You know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of.
And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
Unloads to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete here on third down, but there is a flag. Let's check it out. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. Houston will be forced to punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the ball will bounce at the 4 and find its way into the end zone for a touchback. Takes the handoff. It's Bray. Breaks into the open. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
They created a lot of breathing room with that first play of the drive. Now first down from the 39. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Dances away. He's going to run it. Turns it on to midfield. Lots of running room. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31 and a big pickup on that one. They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Clock now inside 4 minutes as we're getting later in the first half. They'll run it out of the shotgun. He'll be stopped at the 32, still ground to cover if they want to convert, and 4th down is coming. And they'll send out the field goal unit. And this kicker might be feeling it. He made one earlier, now from 49 yards out. And he had just enough leg to somehow will that thing over the crossbar in the right corner. And with that, they've taken the lead.
want to talk about leg talent. That kid just made that kick 40-plus yards into the wind. That's incredible.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. A quick pass to the left. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down, one to throw. It's as if that ball had a magnet going back to the offense. How in the world did they keep it? They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. They'll run play action.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built the lead.
He is denied. Cannot get to the first down marker, and it's fourth down coming. Houston sends the punt team onto the field. They'll look to pin him deep. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Give to the back. Just gets it to the 20, a pickup of 1. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Trying to impose their will with the run. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. And the Utes line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Makes the catch. Wants to make a move upfield. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. The Houston offense ready to go back to work. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
They'll line up for a second down play. Wide receiver going in motion. Second down, they'll go to the air. Missed receiver there, it's incomplete.
I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now, why they're trailing on the scoreboard, is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Caught near the sticks. It's Sanford. Turning it on. This defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26. And the Cougars come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
Boy, this defense is ridiculous. On point. They know how to rush the passers. Multiple guys getting it done. 5 sacks, and we are still in the first half.
Finds his man. It's Thomas. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Snagged in the middle. It's Anderson. He works it inside the 20-yard line down to the 19. That's where they'll spot it. Short of the first down. Now a decision to be made. They'll play it safe and try for 3. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Splits the uprights. It's good. And the field goal ties it up here in the second quarter. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. Looks like he's going to bring it out. He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Plenty of time left in the half half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Lost one deep down the right side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
That's one of those plays where you're going, man, he probably could have made that. The defense wasn't great on the play, but guess what? It goes down as an incompletion. Those are one of those bullets that you got to dodge throughout a game to get the win, to limit those big threats.
The Utes come to the line needing just inches for the first down. Oh, he's got a chance. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wilson will throw. Right on the money. Boy, that was a precision play all the way around. Throw, catch, tackle, bang, bang, bang. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Dennis. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. And the Utes come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Past the 45. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
And this is why offenses tell you all the time, they want to keep it in 3rd and short, or 3rd and medium like you had right here. They make you defend the whole field, and then the QB sees it. Nothing there, tucks it, does a nice job getting positive yards and getting the first down.
Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. With the catch, it's Dennis. He'll step out of bounds. He's at the 33-yard line.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. And with just a few seconds remaining here in the first half, they'll try to kick a field goal. That is no good. And here in the third quarter, it is still a tie ball game. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, you've been calling a lively one so far from Salt Lake City.
Second half just about ready to start, and Houston will kick it off. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Utah has it back, and the offense coming onto the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Got out of trouble and throws. And they fail to hook up on third down. The Utes will line up to punt it away. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. The Houston offense comes onto the field. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. And he's brought down after a nice game.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off. That's an easy first down pickup for the offense. Moving forward now, the defense, they've got to settle in, and they've got to start playing better when it comes to assignment football.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 35. To the tight end. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. So now it's second and long. Pulls and fires complete to the right. Finds a crease at the 20. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. Houston coming to the line with a new set of downs. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
Looking to throw again. Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat.
And the defender makes a great read, breaks on the football, and makes the big interception in the back end. And here's the thing, that's number 4 this season, so he's finding the football consistently.
The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. Makes the grab. Really short gain on that one. Defense all over it.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Trying to pick up a first down. And the misconnection on third down.
And those are frustrating. Like, those drops really annoy you because those running backs are always asking to be more a part of the game plan. Get the ball more, touch it more. An awesome opportunity in the pass game to make a play, ball right in his hands, and that is a missed opportunity.
Here comes the offense onto the field again. Looking for room, it's Sanford. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Here's the thing. I know this guy's not going to win the Heisman Trophy, but he's a pretty talented football player that's made big plays for this offense in the past. They have not had any success when they've given him chances so far in this game. And in the third quarter, you're getting a little nervous, I think, if you're the head coach, because he's a guy you need to have success if you're going to win.
This is why Rice-Eccles, one of the toughest places to play in all the country. Try to get your third down conversion in the midst of this. Stands in and takes the hit. And this is going to be incomplete on third down. Houston will be forced to punt. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Utah has it back on the offense coming onto the field. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. Bought a little time, lets it go. And the throw to the sideline is complete, but won't be enough for the first down. And the Utes in a good spot here with second and short. They'll try the run. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Wilson to pass. Quickly complete. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Behind the chains now on second and long. The run from the shotgun. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Got his man quickly. They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41. The Utes are rolling down the field. Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the middle. It's incomplete, and I tell you, this sophomore quarterback's lucky to get that one back.
Well, the receiver was double covered on that play, and I don't know if the decision by the QB had to do with the pressure. Because he was hurried, he just had to get rid of that faster than he wanted.
And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Pressure coming. Buys a little time. And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down. He tried to get it on his own. And the Utes will punt it away on fourth down.
Really good job by this defense. Third down, understanding, taking away the pass first. But I got to react, man. When these QBs take off, I got to stick my foot in the ground. Stop playing pass. Come up and get him on the ground. Big third down stop.
A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. And he has had a long day at the office, not to mention the backfield, as the defense has been all over him. Second down, they'll go to the air. Got it in the middle, it's Williams. That kind of play will get a drive started or help your field position. They've got it at the 27. They've got a 1st and 10 as we are inside a minute to play here in the third. Looking for a crease, it's Sanford. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Lost one on that last one, it's 2nd and 11. On the option. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
Well, obviously a really nice play by the defense there stopping the option, but I think that's on the quarterback because it looked like his pitch option was wide open. That ball should have gone to the running back out on the perimeter. It looked like he had some open field in front.
Oh, he's got some space. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. The Cougars will line it up on 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Looking to the big tight end. And the throw down the gut falls to the grass. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Back to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Anderson. And brought down, looks as if that's how we'll end the third. They fought tooth and nail through 3, and it is all locked up as we take a look at the stats. They had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker.
And he hadn't had a big day on the ground, but that was a carry they needed for this offense. They needed to extend this drive. Nice job on 3rd down, executing, running the football. Now they got to go a little bit faster, get down this field and get a score on the board.
Pocket breaking down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Catch in the middle, it's Anderson. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the 1st down. The Cougars didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. He wants it all. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6. Well, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on 3rd. Fires to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. And they go back on top. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. Stanford is just getting tuned up today. This is like watching an MMA fight where you start to question your own morals. Who sanctioned this battle? They're trailing by 24 to Miami. Never know what's going to happen in the ACC, and we'll circle back. If anything develops, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Works his way out to the 33-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds. The Utes can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. With jet sweep pass. Stopped at the 44, but he got 10 on the play.
I love that play call, and I I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
From the gun, they'll give it on the inside.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
That's reeled in. It's Dennis. Brings him down at the 27-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a first down for this offense. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Wilson will throw. Fires to the wideout. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. Trying to take it back. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. Houston sending the offense back onto the field. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive to...
There he goes. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. It's 1st and 10 from the 13. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. They'll probably bleed every second possible off this clock before they snap it. The throw to the outside is complete. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Hello. The offense puts up 6 with that trip to the end zone.
You know, good teams just know how to close games out. And you're seeing that right now with this team, right? Their defense just had a massive takeaway. The offense able to capitalize on that with a touchdown, so they've padded their lead. And this just speaks to, I think, the experience in the locker room and also the playmakers they have. This game is starting to feel like a blowout.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think...
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on 1st down.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it. But you got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They've been mixing up their looks defensively, trying to confuse this quarterback. And again, on that last deep shot, it falls incomplete.
Under fire. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to do it himself. It's a fumble on the play. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover. This offense has it with really good field position. Red pass is complete. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
My old coach said to never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Back to pass on second down. That's caught. It's Sanford. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Looking to throw on first down. They're working that left side. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. We've reached a 2-minute timeout. In all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. To the air on second down. Bringing the heat. Pressure's there, and he gets rid of it.
Quarterbacks talk about it all the time. They love the clean pocket where they can step up, throw the football. That is not what they had. Nice job by the defense, beating the offensive line, disrupting the timing, and getting a nice clean hit on the quarterback.
Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop. So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. He had it and couldn't get it through the uprights. He missed it. Guys, a double-digit lead is good, but more would have been better. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. He'll pull it down and run. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. This offensive coordinator is going to have to be creative. Time is winding down, and the offense has to... He lost one down the sideline. And it's incomplete. Good play downfield by the DB. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Wilson to pass. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And it's picked off for the third time today. He'll try to take it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position. Running out the clock, a mere